everybody, one of Wiisdom here, 3:48 in the morning. I'm getting kind of tired, but excited at the same time. A couple of the early goals for 2018. Number one, I wanted to get the hard drive situation figured out on my gaming computer. When I built it, of course, I put the SSD in, for the boot drive and all the important stuff that I wanted quick and snappy, and then I had just this massive 4 terabyte drive that I threw in, sort of like dump recordings on, or if I was doing like some long-winded thing, we could sort of stow it away there. And long story short, that thing never worked. It never registered, and I couldn't figure it out. And I just, was like, man, I need to use this to record and whatnot with. And it was never really a pressing issue. It was always something I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fix that. And I never really had to do it until now. And there's a game I'm planning on downloading, which is probably, Steam said it would take about 2 days and 8 hours. I'm not joking on that. And it's 66 some odd gigabytes. It's Ark Survival Evolved. That doesn't include any of the DLC. There's a couple that are free. I'm sure that would tack it on, probably round it out to a nice 3 days or so with my amazing internet speed, assuming I don't get disconnected during that time. But it's such a huge game. If I were to pile that on the SSD, I could maybe have like an hour's worth of footage or so and still be able to render, and that doesn't work well. So I had to get it taken care of. I had internet issues tonight, so I missed the daily challenge in Shotgun Farmers, which sucks. It's the first one I've missed. But I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to make something good happen from it, and by gosh, I figured it out. Why Windows 8 and above quit auto-detecting hard drives being installed is beyond me. I never even thought of something that, I wouldn't say simple, but like mundane being the issue. That's what it turned out to be. So I literally, go in, set it up, format it, initialize it, blah, blah, blah. It's ready to go. Haven't tried it, but I assume it will work. So that was cool. It wasn't like defective and me be like, oh man, I bought this 2 years ago and it was a dead on arrival, So that's ready to go. And another one of the goals, believe it or not, like I said, I didn't want to rush through this, but I wanted to wrap up Imaginators. And what I mean by that, I've got tons and tons of ideas for Skylanders content. A lot of it still having to do with certain objectives in Imaginators. Speedruns, 100%, so on and so forth. But to technically really complete it by my standards, we needed to do 2 things still. And that is play Cursed Tiki Temple, which I wanted to save for the last thing we do. And the other one was to complete Skylanders research. And I'm not talking just the senseis, your Wildstorms, Robos, Barbellas, Kaos, of course. But the Imaginators, we've, to the best of my knowledge, done everything now. We've got the Imaginators fully taken care of. We've done all of the senseis except Kaos. We've got his base upgrades recorded. Spellslinger is up, just finished recording it. And now we are ready to do up close and personal. And that will pretty much wrap Imaginator recordings. The stream, of course, will cover Cursed Tiki Temple. If you're not following me on Twitch, make sure you do that, because I'll probably stream it this week, in all honesty. It'll release probably next week on YouTube. But still have a lot I'm going to do, but we'll probably stream it and export it over. And then tons and tons of ideas for Skylanders. But honestly, Imaginators still probably has a cup doing Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday uploads. I'd say Imaginator still has probably content through February or March for us. Again, coming in 100%ing the game, doing all the speed goals, coming in getting all the gamer score stuff. So that's sort of like the tentative future here. And then I've got a lot of ideas for Imaginators, which that'll sort of be the fun part of it. But possible nightmare mode deal, we'll see what views are doing, what people want to see. But yeah, making some good progress here. You gotta grind or die. That's why it's 4 a.m. and we're doing Skylanders research, and that should make enough filler to get to the episode. So what I want to do first is showcase the Sky Chi here right away, because I'm probably going to go downstairs. So Doom Chi, I should say. Fear my giant floating head. Ultimate chaos attack. Hold left trigger to perform your Doom Chi power. Use left stick to aim your eye lasers. Now, I'm going to try to leave one dummy. It's sometimes hard to do that in these types of things, but when we showcase this in the Spell Slinger upgrade path video, it looked like he terminated out at 280, which the critical on that would be 420. I would love to see that again, so needless to say, here we go. Oh, I wanted to count the stun, too. Dang it.
Impressive!
I don't know how long it stuns. That was the other thing I wanted to do. So 39 to 59 with a stun, and it terminates at 280 to 420. So that's that. And with that said, here we go. Now, Brain Bash is what we want to pay attention to. Essentially, the way this panned out, it covered 5 of the battle classes. The sword and the axe alternate between paying tribute to a swashbuckler or a sentinel. 49 to 74 on that one. And then every single time your finale, the third 1, 2, 3 attack, if you will, pays tribute to a brawler. 101 to 152. We're going to be upgrading that. We're also going to be upgrading the tertiary attack, which was amazing. It started with Portal Practitioner, which is ridiculously OP, and then with Portal Party, we got to a point where we could double our pleasure, double the pain for whoever we're taking on, right? So, let's come in here, and we are going to showcase up close and personal. Your Doomlanders and Brain Bash attacks are stronger than ever. Let's do this. Obviously, this one is intended for people that want to be right up in on the action. It's not for your agile ninjas lurking in the shadows. That's where you want to take Spell Slinger if you're looking for long range. If you're looking for, I want to walk up to something and smash buttons, this is the path for you. So, we're going to get started here. I think, therefore, you are. Your Doomlanders disappear with an explosion. 1,700 is the price, and I'm hoping it's a pretty big explosion. The other thing we need to see... Ooh... You know what? We've got to go downstairs because if you didn't know from the base upgrades, you spawn a Night Doomlander. It does 17 to 26 3 times, but I don't mean 3 times. I mean like 17, 17, 17. And then it repeats that roughly 8 or 10 times. So I'm talking about not 3 hits, but roughly 24 to 30 hits of 17 to 26. So yeah, that's a little crazy. What is that? Is that for Kaos? Gift from Kaos. Haha. Dun 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 dun.
New backpack.
It's the Kaos backpack, and it's a duplicate because, again, we do have 2 Kaos figures. Lucky us. Plus 30 attack, plus 30 luck at this point. I'll take it. So... let's run down here, hopefully not run into the back off buzzard guy, because he's kind of annoying. But it'll just be so much easier to showcase everything down here, I'll say that. Alright, you stay over there and chill, bro. I've got stuff to do. So, we're going to press Y and see how he times out. So I'm going to get right up on it. They spawn in and do damage too, 22 to 33, which again just makes it that much better. There's one. Uh-oh. That's not what you wanted to see. That was a total fail, Kaos. Alright. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What? Okay, I did buy that, right? I totally did. The price is down. Yeah. Your Doomlanders disappear with an explosion. Is the explosion also 17? Come on now. Don't go off. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What? It totally is 17 to 26, isn't it? I've got both of them active now because with Portal Party you can do that. If they didn't walk away, I swear we could get 10 cycles of this off. Okay, so there's clearly an explosion. It doesn't seem to have any like stun or shock or poison effects to it, so I'm just going to say 17 to 26. So Doomlanders explode at 17 to 26 after final. Not Fubok. Man, you get one key off on the home row and everything goes to heck in a handbasket. So 17 to 26. That is, I'm not going to lie, kind of disappointing. But it's still ridiculously OP, so realistically I shouldn't be complaining. So, up next, this will be the time-consuming one. Brain Drain for 2200. Your Brain Bash attacks deal more damage and have a chance to slow. So we're dealing more damage, which is great, and then there's a bonus chance to slow. Yeah. Let's see. It's going to do a direct comparison. I guess it doesn't really translate well. So, the way this works right now, Brain Bash, you've got Knights and Smashers, 73 to 130. You've got Swashbucklers and Sentinels, 49 to 74. And the Brawler finishes out 101 to 152. So, there's your sword. And there's the axe. And then if I 1-2, you got the Sentinel. And then if I 1-2 again, you have the Sentinel. 1-2 Swashbuckler. 1-2 Swashbuckler. 1-2 Sentinel. 1-2 Sentinel. And then you get the idea. It's going to have the same pattern. Which I could swear it didn't earlier, but apparently it does. And then 1-2-3, you get like the Brawler Pounce, Trap Shadow style, right? Oh, and I held it too. So, here we go. The primary now, 112. So that's a pretty good increase. That's something we wanted to see. So, let's go ahead and say sword and axe. That'll be 112. Half of that would be 56. Our crit would be 168 on that. Swash in Sentinel will be what? 78? Oh, and the stun. And I think that does tend to hit twice most of the time, but sometimes it doesn't. But I think that might have just gotten 3 rays too. Yeah, I might put that in here. So Swash and Sentinel is going to do 78. Half of that would be 39, so 108, 117 critical. 2x. I'm just going to go ahead and call it that. And then our Brawler finale, was that 168 I think I saw? Oh yeah, 168. And 168, half of that is going to be 84, so 160 and 80, 240, 248, 252, right? 168, 240, yeah, 252. And then semicolon can stun, and let's see if we can count out how long this has happened. Do we ever get a stun off the first swing? I've seen it off the second, I've saw it on the third. $10 seconds. So I'm going to call it 10 seconds. And it did say stun. Which 10 seconds would be a huge deal, honestly. Slow. Okay, I was going to say, stun doesn't usually do that. Bear with me again, I am tired. It's 4:02 in the morning, so can slow 10 seconds. Fabulous. That'll be really cool. And that, of course, makes sense because with up close and personal, you're right on the enemies. You're not playing ranged, so the slowness will play into your favor, whether you have to retreat or whether you want to move to a different enemy. Go grab healing, switch Skylanders. It works well when you're doing melee style combat. This one I am super excited about, alright? Portal Practitioner, our first ever base upgrade, the tertiary attack, it's OP as it sits. This literally doubles everything that we had with Portal Practitioner. And then this didn't do much, but I'll take it. It's another hit of 17. Think big. Your Doomlanders are larger and deal more damage. Now, personally, if I could trade this to have 3 Doomlanders active at a time, I would have done it. That, though, I think you could just basically beat the entire game on anything short of Nightmare by only using Chaos as tertiary attack. And they probably didn't want that to happen. So 3,000 is the price. Hopefully it's money well spent. So we'll start out just checking out on one of them. So we spawned in at 22 to 33. Let's see if we get an increase there. 29. 2. 3. Don't fall off. Okay. So think big. Spawn in 22 to 33. And then we're gonna, how do we word it? Just like we did above. So let's go. It was 28, right? 28, 42, 3x. I'm gonna put 8 to 10 cycles because I swear there's the potential for the 10th cycle. If the guys would not aimlessly walk away briefly, I think we'd nail it. So 8 to 10 cycles. Let's try to get a good rendition here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm assuming he would terminate at 28 with his explosion, right? So we basically added 11 to it, and that doesn't seem like much, but when you consider that each cycle is 3 hits. Please don't go to the tree. I think he exploded at 28 to 42. So 10 cycles, explodes 28 to 42. So basically, think of it this way, okay? 28, 56, 84. 42, 84, 126. 84 to 126. Possibly 10 times, all right? 840 to 1,260. Plus 28 to 42 on the explosion. Plus 22 to 33 when you spawn in. Plus, or I should say X2, because you can have 2 of them. How awesome is that, right? Now, something I want to try that I should have done earlier, probably would have done if I had been recording earlier. I'm going to go ahead and spawn 2 in. Let them get situated, and I want to come over here. Yeah, I feel like they are. Yes, I can set it up. We can confirm they terminate, explode 28 to 42. Oh, we did it. Dadgum. Okay, case in point, I'm going to win this entire thing with Chaos doing nothing but spawning in Doomlanders. You know what? It would be kind of cool to do the Sky Chi. I promise we could do this without the Sky Chi, but I'm going to do the Sky Chi. Doom Chi. Doom Chi. Oh, and you can move a little bit.
Impressive! Yep. I know!
So now we'll get back to our... Oh, I cannot level up, though. I cannot level up. I guess technically we could. Stay away from the XP, Chaos. Stay away from the XP. Especially those big pieces. Oh, this is danger, danger. Kill him. Kill him, you fool. Okay, stay away, Chaos. No! Dang it! This is why. This is why. This is why. Luckily, we had showcased everything of importance. Aside from the Soul Gem, which I have showcased before, and we got a Scaly Tail to show for it. Huzzah, as Bloppers would say. Alright. What? Level 5? You gotta be kidding me. Good lord. Oh, okay. So the Soul Gem. How about that, huh? Now, were they still doing 25 to 38? I think they were. Okay, those are doing 27. I assume it would have been somewhere in that range. Yeah, it's, if you wonder where that buzzard comes from, and obviously you can eliminate him. It's just, you know, I didn't want to switch characters and do it, blah, blah, blah. So, hey, Chaos is level 5 now. At least this Chaos is level 5. So we got a bit of a head start over Spellslinger Chaos. And if we do decide to do Nightmare Mode, we'll probably use these guys a lot. I'll probably mainly use Imaginators in that, but I think it'd be cool to use the Chaoses, right? Anyway, we have showcased everything here. And what I want to know from you, we'll stick to the basics here on this one, kind of rambled more in the previous video, Spellslinger. But what do you think of this path? If you took it, if you didn't take it, do you regret not taking it? Are you going to reset and take it? If you've got one Chaos, which path would you use and why? Spellslinger or up close and personal? To kind of recap it, I don't like that one. I don't like this attack. All it does is, yeah, when a Doomlander terminates, it adds in an additional hit of damage, be that 17 or like we have now 28 to 42. This I'm totally fine with. This is perfectly acceptable because that attack was already OP. Up here, we got the Boom Hands increasing, and we got the Doom Sharks increasing. I don't really guess there was anything else we could do. Maybe, you know what? You know what I would have done? Okay. So I realize this is the primary. I think I would have put it down here. I would have put Doom Hands down here. I know it's projectile. It's long. It's actually very good range. But it would have been nice to have that with up close and personal. Plus it's fists, man. That's a brawler, right? Which is up close and personal. I would have moved it down here. And then you know what I would have done? I would have had Mega Doom Sharks come to this slot. And then I would have had Split Thinking in the middle to line up with Brain Drain. And then on the end, I would have had... what would it even be called? I'd call it Doom Sharks with lasers. And I would have put lasers on the frickin' Doom Sharks. And that's what I would have done. And it would have been so much better. Like if you agree. I just really want lasers on the Doom Sharks, man. But... I don't know. I think both of them are pretty good. It just kind of depends what you like. This one's cool because, again, you've got the Doom Hands, Boom Hands. You got Mega Doom Sharks. And then all of those are pretty good. Especially the fact that it fans out into 3. Slowing them down is a pretty big deal. The initial increase is nice. This is cool. It's just, and this would, it's practical, it makes sense, but it would have been nice to have something cooler, and I feel like this would have made the most sense, and then you could allocate it to the bottom path by having lasers on top of the Doom Sharks. But hey. Or even like if this was just Chaos like calls his mom and it does nothing. I don't know. Just as like a comical thing. But Soul Gem is pretty cool. Obviously, we're going to be using Y a lot with this. You'll incidentally, which is honestly what we did there, activate the Soul Gem. So keep that in mind. The Sky Chi I don't have any issues with. But I'd have to say I think the Doomlanders, which are featured on this path, are probably the most prolific. So... if I just had to pick one, I'd probably take the top path. And here's why. The Doomlanders are already OP when you first buy it. They get ridiculously OP here, but I would almost prefer to use them at the 17 to 26. You can still have 2 of them, and then sort of have the fan out of the bow and the bazooka. Plus you get Doom Sharks, plus you get Boom Fists. So if I just had one Chaos, that's what I would do. I would have 0 issue with this path because of Think Big. It alone kind of takes care of it. But again, my logic, which is different than a lot of people's, is the Doomlanders don't really need to be upgraded. They're fantastic as is. Brain Drain kind of washes out with this, but... Boom Hands and Doom Sharks are hilarious, and I love them. I might not use them as much as I would still use the Tertiary, which would be benefited by taking the bottom path, but I feel like it would be more well-rounded and fun. If that makes any sense. I don't know. Let me know. Again, I am interested. If you just had one Chaos, which path would you take and why? You might say, man, this is OP, and that's the exact reason you take up close and personal to further maximize their OP nature. Or you might be like me and say, hey, they're good enough right here with the first purchase. I'm going to do the Doom Sharks. You might say the Doom Sharks are too cool. I have to take the top path. You might say, hey, I've got to slow enemies down. I don't know. But I think everyone could agree that this is the weakest of the upgrades for the paths. You got 6 of them here, and it just... yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And I realize why they did it. Again, I would personally move something, but what else do you do to something that is that OP? You can't realistically add a third one. That would be insane. I guess you could make it to where, but how would you do? If you've got the knight, does a swashbuckler come, or a bowslinger, or a quick shot? How would you pick? And then you've got people that would be like, man, why didn't they do my favorite battle class? I kind of think it would have been cool to have a dedicated staff attack, but hey. Bottom line, I don't think you can go wrong with either one, so I'll just leave it at that. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, at 4:15 a.m., we have, I believe, unless I've forgotten something, which I don't think I have, and if I did, I feel like someone would have told me, we've introduced every single character. We have unboxed every single character, minus standard Chompy Mage, which I can't find and won't pay scalpers for. But we still showcase both paths. We've unboxed everybody. We've introduced everybody. We've played through the game. We've done research on all the senseis. That's your Wildstorms, Barbellas, Bad Juju, so on and so forth. We've done Skylanders research on each of the Imaginators that we could create, right? Based upon the battle classes. We've showcased all of that stuff. All we need to do now is stream Cursed Tiki Temple, which I'll probably do this week on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/OneOfWiisdom. Make sure you're following. You should get notified. I also always tweet before I go live. After that, the game is technically done. I do want to come in. We're going to do the speed goals, or attempt to do them. We're going to come in. I would like to get the 1,000 points that you can have for your gamer score here on the Xbox One. That stuff is all dedicated to the game. Dadgum. I don't know where this dude's from, but it's 4:16 in Texas. So I guess if he's in Australia, it's probably a normal time. Otherwise, he's up mighty late like me. So, but all that would be dedicated to the game, built-in features. Past that, I've still got some Imaginite, right? We got creation crystals just begging to be used, and I've got some pretty freaking sweet ideas. We'll also, now that I think about it, we'll probably complete, I don't know how long it will take or what's involved, but we'll complete the battle arena and grind out some Imaginite chests, I'm sure, until we have all the pieces so we can make our ideal Imaginators. And then I guess there is the stuff past the Chaos battle, which I have no idea what it is. But we can go talk to the brain, Krang, as I prefer to call to him, and figure that out, I suppose. So we won't be done with it, but we've technically, when we get done with Cursed Tiki Temple, if we wanted to stop, I'd say we completed the game. But we're not going to stop. We're going to keep on going, keep on having fun. And like I said, once I've fully done everything, maybe if we even did the racing, which is the exact same as in Superchargers, which I don't know if I want to mess with it. But bottom line, I think once we're 100% done with Imaginators, built-in content, and my creating, new Imaginators, so on and so forth, I've got tons of ideas for Skylanders. If we get lucky in 2018, maybe we'll ride that right into a brand new game. If not, maybe we'll get semi-lucky and ride it right on into the announcement of a new game. And if neither of those happen, maybe we'll get lucky and we'll just have fun playing Skylanders. You never know. But hey, like I said, follow me on Twitch. That's where I do the streaming. That's where we've got all the Skylanders stuff. I've been streaming the chapters of Skylanders there since Swap Force. So, just saying, there's quite a bit of content there for you. But, and some of it, there's a lot of times that Twitch has issues and like I can't export the video. There's a couple of expansion packs that were that way, and you can only see them on Twitch. So it's not me being a jerk. It's literally Twitch will never export it. It fails every time. But hey, oneofwisdom.com is the website. SkylanderClub.com is the forum. MindLogics.net for all things Minecraft related. Again, twitch.tv/oneofwisdom. Links down below. You can follow me on Mixer as well, which I believe is a superior interface. I just don't have the internet bandwidth to stream, download, and re-upload, which is essentially what you have to do there if you want the content on YouTube. Anyway, which, hey, you know, YouTube has issues, absolutely. Does it take some of the fun out of it? Yeah. Do you make as much? No. But the bottom line, I still enjoy this, and I'm going to keep doing it. So I hope you have enjoyed. It's been a wild ride. We got the sky. It's basically, there's no strategy guide. So I feel like we have created like an online video form of strategy guide for this game. And for those of you that always hear me talk about spreadsheets, I do plan to release them to SkylanderClub.com, possibly my personal website as well. But as soon as time allows, I'll start getting those things. It's kind of a pain to do it, really. But I will do it, and you can sort of access those as well. So you have to realize there's a lot of people just picking up Imaginators. So, hey, it might help them out. For everyone else, it's good reference material, good memories, nostalgia, whatever it may be. But it's 4:20 a.m., man. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to go render out Kaos's base upgrades. So when you see this one, our Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Kaos base, Kaos Spellslinger, and then of course Saturday, when you're watching this, up close and personal from Kaos. And the next one's probably going to be Kirk's Tiki Temple stream export. And then I honestly don't know, but I know something will be coming, and we'll take it from there. I've also got a ton of games I want to play. I'm not sure how we'll mix up the time frame after that. Skylanders, another series. But Stardew Valley, Shotgun Farmers, those will stay staples. If I ever get a chance to stream Super Mario Odyssey, it'll stick to the Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But there's a very good chance I might interject Minecraft, Portal Knights, other games I'm not going to mention just yet. Sort of maybe in between segments of Skylanders, but hey, if you ever start to see a lapse in Skylanders content, just be like, yo, dude, what's going on? Where's the Skylander stuff? You said you had ideas. But it is kind of, sometimes you have to look at what's getting viewed and what isn't. Forza, I love it. I have a ton of fun. I think if anyone watches it, you'd be like, man, this dude really likes Forza. But at the same time, it never really gets good views, you know? So, it's one of those things, but I want to get back on Wii Sports Resort too. So like I said, if I ever, you know, like if it's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and you don't see a Skylanders video, fear not. Like I said, I've got months of ideas, so we should be good. But every once in a while, I might interject something else. I've got, like I said, a bunch of indie stuff I'm into on the PC. Some console games if I get an external hard drive so I can put the crud. True story, I turned on the Xbox tonight about 2 hours ago and freaking Goat Simulator was updating. I didn't even buy it. It was just gifted to me because I watched the Game Awards on Mixer. And I guess that was one of your perks, was getting Goat Simulator, which I've never played. But like my hard drive on this thing is like down to nothing, to the point that I can't install any of the new games I've gotten. And I'm like, no Goat Simulator. Don't you dare take up more space. But hey, like I said, I'm going to quit rambling. I'm tired. I'm freezing cold. And I've got some editing and rendering to do. But hey, I've enjoyed it here in Imaginators. I hope you have too. And like I said, we still have like the bonus content in the game. And most importantly, probably the coolest thing coming will be the creation of the Imaginators. I've got some, what I think are pretty good ideas. We'll see what you think. But main thing here in closing, do you have an interest in seeing Nightmare Mode? Yes or no? That's all I ask of you. So let me know. That's something else we could mix in. And again, that would extend the life of this greatly. So that said, thanks for watching. I will catch you back here for more Skylanders Imaginators action. In terms of research, I don't know, because I think we've done it all. But hey, you never know. Got any ideas? Feel free to throw them out there. And I'll catch you back in the next one. Adios.